When DJI dropped the Pocket 3, it completely changed the vlogging and travel camera world. With its 1-inch sensor and its flip-out screen, it was an instant classic. Now we have the DJI Pocket 4. But who should buy the Pocket 4, and is it a big enough improvement to justify purchasing a new camera? We're going to get into things like its dynamic range, its improved tracking, and a lot of the other features, so stay tuned and let's dive in. I mentioned travel and vlogging, and right now I'm up in the Thousand Islands region in a really beautiful area, and this Pocket 4 has been a great companion for shooting shots of nature around me. I found it to be really good for shooting close-ups and getting lots of detail. The colors look amazing, and just the overall ability to pull it out quickly and get a shot of something interesting that's happening or the nature around me has been incredible. And so for travel and vlogging, I couldn't recommend it more highly. The DJI Pocket 4 features a fixed 20mm f2 wide-angle lens. I'm also a big fan of this gimbal guard that comes with the camera. It just goes on right like that magnetically, and then it protects the gimbal while you have it in the case, and it's super easy to take on and off because it's just attached with a magnet. There also is the ability to do a 2x lossless zoom or a 4x digital zoom on the Pocket 4. I'm also a big fan of these two dedicated buttons on the back. These give you the ability to zoom in quickly or zoom back out quickly, as well as to switch between what the joystick controls, whether it controls pan and tilt or it controls zoom by pushing this button here. One other really cool thing about the Osmo Pocket 4 is this fill light that you can get for it. It just attaches with a magnet, doesn't impact the gimbal at all, and helps fill in people's faces. And the gimbal still turns no problem, and you can change the color temperature, and it's very versatile. Doesn't even have its own battery. It just works off the battery of the gimbal, which is really, really cool. So if you use the Pocket 3 and you like that form factor, everything is pretty much the same with the Pocket 4. However, they have added 107 gigabytes of onboard storage in addition to the micro SD slot. So having that 107 gigabytes means that if you forget your card or your card fills up, you have a lot more space to put footage onto the Pocket 4. One other great thing is if you use the internal storage and you used a fast USB-C cable, you can transfer the footage very, very quickly, much faster than you can from the SD card and much faster than you could do it on the Pocket 3. One other thing that's been improved is the thermals within the camera, and by that I mean the way the camera cools itself. If you live in a hot environment like I do, sometimes out on a hot day the camera could overheat. It's improved greatly, so now you can shoot in hotter climates and hotter environments without having to worry as much about the camera shutting down due to overheating. And let's talk about image quality. The image quality on the Pocket 3 was great. The image quality on the Pocket 4 is just as good and even better in low light. It has 10-bit D-Log capabilities for 14 stops of dynamic range, and that means that you can shoot in very contrasty situations, you can shoot in low light, very little noise and artifacting in low light, and it's going to look great for late night city scenes and also scenes where there's a lot of contrast. Another big improvement with the Pocket 4 is ActiveTrack 7.0. This uses AI to actually capture the subject and use context of the scene to track those subjects better. So here's an example of how good the ActiveTrack is. Right now, I've got it locked in on me. I'm walking back and forth. But let's say I come over here and it loses me for a second behind the seat of the jet ski. Where'd he go? Well, if I turn around and go back down, oh, it picks me right back up. It sees where I left the frame and then I come back into the frame. But let's say I walk all the way over here and I keep going and I end up over here. Oh, it sees me again, but now it's going to lose me behind the steering of the jet ski, but oh, it's picked me up again. So now I'm walking around this corner, and that's as far as it can go in its turn. far as it can angle. But you can see, just because I walk and I get lost for a second, it picks me right back up and keeps on following me even when it's lost me for a few seconds. Pretty awesome, ActiveTrack 7. Just like other DJI Pocket cameras, this can shoot in 16:9 or 9:16. So if you want that vertical video for TikTok or Instagram or YouTube Shorts, you can make it very easily using the Pocket 4. One other thing that's new on the Pocket 4 is OsmoAudio 4-channel recording. Now that doesn't mean you can connect 4 microphones to it. You can natively connect 1 or 2 DJI microphones to it without having a receiver, which I love doing that right now. But you can also, with this OsmoAudio 4-channel, record ambient sound from the camera itself. That gives you the ability to have like nature sounds or whatever the environment is, plus a microphone all mixed together within the camera. So let's use the sound of the water lapping as a way to demonstrate this. I'm wearing the microphone right now, and that microphone is transmitting over to the camera, and you're getting good clean audio. There's some construction going on about 200 yards that way, but you're getting my audio very clearly. But let's say you wanted to be able to hear the sound of the water lapping as well. Well, we can add those other 2 channels in, and you'll be able to hear not only me talking clearly, but the sound of the water. That's great for 2 reasons. Number 1, to add a little more ambience to it and to be able to hear the environment. And number 2, to serve as a backup track to my microphone. So in case for some reason this microphone didn't come through, you could still hear my voice through the camera. So let me show you how to set this up. You have to go into the menu here by swiping down, and then you select the little gear, and then you go up to the part where it says audio backup. And in that audio backup, you want to make sure that you have this one down here, video audio track checked. So this green check means that it's going to be recording that extra 2 channels. And when you pull it into your nonlinear editor like Adobe Premiere or DaVinci Resolve or whatever, you'll be able to see those extra 2 channels. So who should buy the Pocket 4? Well, first of all, if you own the original Pocket or the Pocket 2, jumping to the Pocket 4 is a no-brainer. Absolutely recommend. The differences are night and day. It almost feels like science fiction compared to those cameras. With the Pocket 3, it's a little bit more of a toss-up. The Pocket 3 is great in daylight, and if that's your primary time that you're shooting and you don't do a lot of nighttime shooting, then the Pocket 3 is probably fine to just continue to use. But if you want to up your game with HDR, those 14 stops of dynamic range for contrasty scenes or for shooting at night, the Pocket 3 definitely is not as good as the Pocket 4 and might be worth the upgrade. And if you mostly shoot with a phone, I definitely recommend the Pocket 4 as an upgrade to shooting with your phone for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's got built-in stabilization, so you get super smooth shots. Second of all, you're not having to tie up your phone shooting videos. You can use it for other things while you're on set or while you're shooting something. And third of all, its integration with the microphones makes good audio from this camera super easy to get. So definitely worth upgrading to the Pocket 4 from your phone if you want to make better video and have better audio in your video. So I know I didn't mention the Pocket 4 Pro. If you want to know my thoughts on that, there's a video linked here. I will say the biggest difference is the Pocket 4 Pro has a dedicated second zoom lens built into it. And if you need to zoom in and get closer to subjects and you want to spend a little more money, you could definitely look into the Pocket 4 Pro as an option. But as a very solid all-around travel and vlog camera, the Pocket 4 is amazing. I highly recommend it. DJI just keeps getting these things better and better, and eventually I think we're gonna not need DSLRs anymore, quite honestly. I'd love to know your thoughts about all this. Leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Ready, Set, Drone.